Okay, so this is like the probably third or fourth attempt at this video, of course. But anyway, I wanted to mention something that was interesting that I found out yesterday. Now, yesterday, I basically celebrated my birthday early. My birthday is Sunday, but due to schedules and everything and just randomness, my mom was in town passing through because she lives out of state, and she wanted to get together. So we had lunch with her, the friend that she lives with, and her daughter. So the daughter kept talking about all these stories that my mom, I guess, was telling her about me and my brother. And for whatever reason, it got brought up about ghosts that I've seen. Because we got on the subject of ghosts for whatever reason. And she was like, yeah, you know, she tells me you've seen ghosts and have heard things and all that good stuff. And then it got specifically on the subject of the greenhouse that I had already did a video on. And my brother was like, yeah, it's the house that I saw the alien at. Now, mind you, he didn't say the one that he had a dream about the alien at. He said that's where he saw the alien. And then my mom chimed in, and she's like, oh, yeah. So I guess he had told her about it. And like I had said in a different video, I could have sworn that he told me at the time that he had seen this, and it was not a dream. But again, he was young, and he lied so much, so it was really hard to take him too seriously, because he was only like 8 at the most, probably like 7. But anyway, and then he mentions that he heard shit in the attic. He's never admitted that to you before, and if he did way back then, I don't remember, but I would think that I would remember, because I remember him telling me about the alien thing. But I don't remember mentioning that he heard shit too. I just thought it was me, and I was like, oh, you know, you heard stuff too. And he's like, yeah, I was there. Like, it's like a matter of fact, just like, yeah, I was there. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean you heard it. Like, my father and my mom were there, and they didn't hear shit. So why would I assume that he did too? Well, honestly, and I had talked about this in the video I made last night, that I'll probably never upload or whatever, because I had been drinking and just rambling and all that good stuff. So yeah, probably will never show that to anyone besides me. But anyway, I had mentioned that, where was I going with this? Oh, I think it was specifically that room that was the issue, because when I was staying in that room is when all the bad stuff and the nightmares every single night happened. And the only bad thing or weird thing that happened after that, after I'd moved into the room across the hall, was that I had woken up with those splinters in my fingers. But beyond that, like, my dreams were normal, I didn't hear anything, which is kind of odd, because you would think, like, I mean, yeah, having the bunk bed closer to the ceiling would make it easier to hear something in the attic. But if my brother was hearing it too, and he was on the bottom bunk, which was like, you know, regular height or level, you would think that I would be able to hear crap going on in the other room, unless it was just right above us where everything was happening, which is possible, I don't know. But anyway, I thought that was really interesting, because for the longest time I thought that I was the only person experiencing these things. My brother really didn't say anything, but my brother's really not into paranormal stuff the way that I am. But I guess he did hear stuff moving around in the attic too, and you know, on like the stairs, which I really didn't hear too much on the stairs, but it was just like stuff dragging. But anyway, oh, that was interesting. And then another thing I had talked about in the video that shall not ever see the light of day is the list. And I didn't even get into the list because I got completely sidetracked, which is not abnormal for me. I'm trying to find, I think this is the list. It's like I found another list, but it was not the same. Yeah, I think this one is the one, because it was more random. The other one was kind of like, duh, of course, you abductees would have these, similarities. Have had missing or lost time of any length, especially 1 hour or more. I used to have this all the time, but I'm not saying there's anything like special about it, because you do micro sleep, and since I have so many issues with getting to sleep and staying asleep, me laying down and then noticing like all this time's gone by, and like I don't know, it's not really. I'm not saying there's anything paranormal about that. Being awake and having missing time, I don't think I've ever really experienced that, besides just losing track of time. Have been paralyzed in bed with a being in your room. That happened to me once, but I think that was just what they call, and I couldn't think of this term before either, because I feel like I'm on the spot. I'm gonna pause it. Or sleep paralysis. I think it was just sleep paralysis, because I don't know, I'm usually very aware that I'm dreaming, and it was very clear to me that I was dreaming, even though I was wide awake. Or not wide awake, but awake. And it is scary. I'm not going to say it's not, but I knew I was dreaming and it wasn't real. Have unusual scars or marks with no possible explanation on how you received them. That happened with the splitters on my fingers. I have no explanation for that. And it was in every single one of my fingers. Either one or two of them. Just small, fine slivers of them. Have seen balls of light, flashes of light in your home or other locations. Not really. Have a memory of flying through the air, which could not have been a dream. No, but I do have a lot of dreams about flying. Have a marker memory that will not go away. An alien face, examination, needle table, or strange baby. No, not really. Have seen beams of light outside your home or come into your room through a window. Not that I remember. I've had dreams of UFOs, beams of light, or alien beings all the time. Have had a UFO sighting or sightings in your life? Yes, and I talked about that in one of the videos. Have cosmic awareness, an interest in ecology, environment, vegetarianism, or very socially conscious? Yes. More so with the environment. I tried being a vegetarian, and I just can't do it, at least not at this point in my life. But if I could become a vegetarian, I would, just because I do like animals. It's just, I don't know, not conducive right now. Have a strong a sense of having a mission or important task to perform. I think everybody does, and if you don't, it's kind of lame. I mean, you should have aspirations for yourself. For women only, have had false pregnancy or missing fetus. Being pregnant and then not. No, but I'm not in the position where that would really be possible right now, and I guess we'll just leave it at that. Have awoken in another place than when you went to sleep, and don't remember ever going to sleep. No, not really. Have had a dream of eyes, such as animal eyes, like an owl or a deer, or remember seeing an animal looking at you. Also, if you have a fear of eyes. Yeah, eyes are creepy, especially the gray eyes. Super creepy, but I think everybody pretty much feels like that. Have awoken in the middle of the night startled? Yes. Not so much anymore, but I used to. Have a strong reaction to the cover of Communion or pictures of aliens? Yes, but again, they're creepy looking, so it's not really that abnormal. It says either have an aversion to or being drawn to. I kind of have both. Like, it's like one of those weird things, but I think I honestly, like, subconsciously have a kind of like adrenaline fixation where I'll purposely, like, scare myself. And it's stupid, but yeah. Have inexplicably strong fears or phobias. Heights, snakes, spiders, large insects, certain sounds, bright lights, personal security or being alone. I have a fear of heights, large bodies of water, large boats, drowning, which kind of correlates to that. Being trapped. I have dreams constantly of being trapped, and no matter what I do, I can't get, like, into open space. Bridges over water. I hate bridges over water. I have nightmares about the bridges just randomly collapsing and just falling into the water. Especially, I don't know, I have a really big fear of, like, and this is, like, one of the, I don't know if it's in this list, but one of the lists I've seen specifically talks about, like, if you have a fear, like, if you have, like, a nightmare or whatever, of being, like, almost, like, outside of space, or, like, in the very upper atmosphere where you can actually see, like, a globe, you know, like the, you know, like, continents and all that crap. Like, if you have a fear of maps, and, you know, it's, like, weird, but I do, I don't like maps, especially maps of water, and I've had dreams where, like, I'm, like, really high up and just, like, falling towards, like, Earth, where I can see it, like, as a globe, and just, like, of course, it's always, like, in water, but, yeah, very kind of random fear. Have experienced self-esteem problem. I mean, yeah, I think everybody does. I've seen someone with you become paralyzed, motionless. No. Have awoken with marks, burns, or bruises, which appeared during the night with no explanation how you could possibly receive them. Yes, not really bruises or burns, but I have woken up with marks, but I'm clumsy, so whatever. Have someone in your life who claims to have witnessed a ship or alien near you, or has witnessed you having been missing. No. But, I don't know if this list said it, but I have seen a UFO, which I did a video about. Hey, what are you doing? Cat just, like, smacked me. Have had at any time blood or unusual stain on a sheet, pillow. No explanation how it got there. I don't think so. Have an interest in the subject of UFO sightings or aliens. Yes. But I'm interested in pretty much all things paranormal. Have been suddenly compelled to drive or walk to an out of the way or unknown area. Yes, I used to have it all the time. That's why me and my friend would go to Helltown so much. I would just have this random compulsion to get out there, and it's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere, and at night. But I have no one to do that with anymore, and I don't really like driving around alone at night, so I just kind of don't. Have the feeling of being watched much of the time, especially at night. Yes, and that's a big reason of why, and I don't know if it's in this list, but if you have a phobia of open windows, like basically you always have to have your windows closed, like covered. You always have to have your windows covered, and that's like a big thing for me, especially at night. I hate being able to see outside the window at all, like even just like the slightest little thing, like, and it's like this irrational fear that like I'm gonna see a face there or something. And I don't live on ground level, so it's kind of not logical, but I've always had that fear ever since I can remember. And considering what I saw, which I explained in the video, it kind of explains why. But I've had it previous to that as well. Have had dreams of passing through a closed window or solid wall. Not really window, but walls I do all the time. But again, or not really again, but I'm really into science fiction, so walking through like walls and stuff isn't really it's pretty normal as far as like science fiction or like supernatural shows go. I've seen a strange fog or haze that should not be there. I did a video about that. I don't remember reading that part before. That's really freaking weird. And it was, oh my god, it was at the house where I saw that thing. Oh my god, I just got chills. I don't even know if you can see it. Oh, that's really freaking strange. And it was only in our unit. Have heard strange humming or pulsing sounds that you cannot identify the source. Not really. That's why I have a fan on, though. It kind of like, it's just a constant like white noise effect. Because I don't like hearing random sounds. It's creepy. Like right now, like my air kicked off, and I hate it because it's really quiet and it creeps me out. Have had unusual nosebleeds at any time in your life. No, I don't think I've ever had a nosebleed. And if I have, it's like been because of sinuses, like being too dry, but it wasn't like a legit, like where it's like gushing or anything. I've awoken with soreness in your genitals, which cannot be explained. Not really, unless it's, around that time, which is normal. I've had back or neck problems. Yes, like currently right now, my back is killing me. Awoken with unusual stiffness in any part of the body. Yes, but I've had issues with that for a long time. I have sleeping problems, so... I've had chronic sinusitis or nasal problems, yes. I don't know, a lot of times my nose feels stuffed up for, no reason, but I don't know. My nose is kind of weird. Have had electronics around you go haywire or oddly malfunction with no explanation, yes. Such as streetlights going out as you walk under them. Not really when I'm walking, but when I drive under them, they go out all the time, but I don't know if that's normal. I don't know. TVs and radios are affected as you move close. I don't know. I do have problems with electronics, but not to the point like a movie or something like that. Have seen a hooded figure in or near your home, especially next to your bed. Yeah, I did a video on it. I don't know why that would be related, but it's creepy. I've had frequent or sporadic ringing in your ears, especially in one ear. Yes, but I just have ear problems, so I don't know that I would associate that with anything. Have an unusual fear of doctors, or tend to avoid medical treatment. Yes, I don't like doctors' offices at all. I even like my doctor, genuinely. I just hate being in the doctor's, especially, I had to do this weird, I don't know what you would call it, but procedure, I guess, where, because, I have bladder issues, it's, so stupid to bring up, but, I go to the bathroom a lot, so, I don't, have incontinence, I think that's what they call it, I don't, wet my bed or anything, but I have to go to the bathroom way more frequently than I should, especially at my age, and it's been like this as far back as I can remember, at least going back to 10, but I've been to 3 or 4 different family doctors. Finally they sent me to a urologist, I think that's what they're called, to do a specialized treatment or whatever, and they have to stick tubes in your urethra, and they actually slowly pump water in. I guess they're trying to check the capacity of your bladder, see how much it can, handle without you feeling like you had to go. Well, I, literally started having a panic attack when it was all going on, because, there was tubes everywhere, and it was so uncomfortable, and I couldn't do it. It scared the crap out of me. Have insomnia or sleep disorders, yes, constantly, ever since I can remember. Had dreams of doctors or medical procedures, yes. Have frequent or sporadic headaches, especially in the sinus behind one eye or in one ear. It's really behind both eyes. I think it's a migraine, but I don't know. I've had that for a while. Have the feeling that you're going crazy for even thinking about these sorts of things. Yes, but other people have experienced it with me, so it makes me not feel as weird. Have had paranormal or psychic experiences, including intuition. Yes. Have been prone to compulsive or addictive behavior. I have OCD, slight OCD, so yeah. Have channeled telepathic messages from extraterrestrials. I don't think so. Have been afraid of your closet now or as a child. Yes, it always has to be closed. I hate open doors, especially open closets. I can't do it. I don't know why. I just feel like something's gonna pop out. Have had sexual or relationship problems. Yes, both. Such as a mysterious feeling that you must not become involved in a relationship because it would interfere with something important you must do. Not necessarily, but I do have, commitment issues. It's very hard for me to be in a relationship, and even when I manage to get into a relationship, I usually find a way to, manipulate it to where I kind of make it end. I know it's, not good, but it's something that I've realized in time. That's pretty much what I do. But I don't think I've ever been with the right person, so it wouldn't matter anyway. Have to sleep against a wall or must sleep with your bed against the wall. Yes. I can't even tell you the last time where I've had my bed, just out in the open, which I think is normal. I guess maybe it's not that normal now that I think about people's beds and their positions. But the weird thing is my brother has his bed the same exact way. Ooh. I always have to have it like, and not just like, you know, your headboard or whatever against the wall. I have to have like a whole side of it against the wall. So I don't know. Have difficult time trusting people. Yes, especially authority figures. Yes, I hate authority. I hate it so much. Have dreams of destruction or catastrophe. Yes, a lot. Have a feeling that you're not supposed to talk about these things. Yes, but I do anyway. Have tried to resolve these types of problems with little or no success. Yes. Have any of these traits, but can't remember anything about an abduction or alien encounter. I already told you about what I think happened, but even then it's foggy, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll put the link to the list below. It's just kind of weird. I wish I could find the exact list that I found, because there was no mention of the fan in there, which I thought was really weird. I guess it's very common among people that experience paranormal things to have the fan on to sleep, and the open window thing. Yeah, it's like, I always have to have it shut, like the curtains or the blinds always have to be closed. I hate them being open. Anyway, if you have any questions, put them below. This video has been long enough, as usual, but yeah, I thought I would just like share what I found out, and then kind of go into this list of abduction symptom type things.